When parents fail their children, sometimes the law has to step in, with the kids leading the way. Here are 5 cases when kids send terrible parents to jail. Number 4. Drunk mom crashes car into house with her baby inside. Police respond to a hit-and-run crash where a car is slammed into a house. When they arrive, they find the driver, a woman, still at the scene with her 1-year-old baby inside the vehicle. The officers quickly assess the situation and begin questioning her about what happened.
Brother, who were you driving with?
I was driving by myself and my daughter.
You're by yourself and your daughter?
Yeah.
Baby in the car.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, I'm glad you're able to tell us the truth, though. That's much better than how we started out.
I just want to give her a hug before I have to go.
And where were you coming from?
I was coming from Barnes. It's about two roads down.
Sorry, I was.
It's okay. 2 roads down the left on the right on Barnes. BARNES on Wadley.
What's the address? Do you know?
I don't know. Wadley. Yeah.
Okay, and what were you doing there?
I was hanging out with my sister. That's my sister's house.
Is that your sister?
My sister.
In the green shirt?
In the green shirt with my daughter.
Okay. What were you doing there?
I was gonna stay the night at her house with my other kid.
What were you doing there? Like, what were you guys doing?
We're just hanging out. Like, she doesn't drink. She's a church girl. And I was leaving to go pick up our food. Pick up our dinner.
Okay.
That's why I left.
Okay, so did you have alcohol to drink?
I did. She didn't. I drank
Where?
before. I drank when I got into her parking lot. I got there before she got home. She had been to Spokane that day.
So you were in the parking lot drinking?
In her driveway, yeah.
What time was that?
What time is it now?
It is 8:16.
Probably about 7:30. I had a shot and I had a beer before I left. So a beer probably about 7 and a shot about 7:30.
It doesn't take long for them to notice inconsistencies in her story. At first, she claims she hasn't had a drink in days, but later admits to drinking daily before the incident.
How big was the beer?
This is a Coors Banquet, 12 ounce. I don't know what size it
You
is.
said beer at 7?
Yeah.
And what was the shot of?
Fireball.
You said Coors Banquet?
Yeah, Coors Banquet. And I'd be willing to get a breathalyzer or anything.
Okay. How regularly do you drink?
I do have a drinking problem, but I don't ever leave the house.
Okay. Well, I'm not trying to do anything like that with you. I'm just curious because you're telling me that your first drink was at 7 o'clock.
Okay. If we're being honest,
I would love for you to be honest with me as
I
well.
haven't drank in 3 days.
Say that again?
I haven't drank in 3 days.
Okay.
But before this, I was drinking every day. About 5 shots a day, plus a few beers, 3 or 4 beers.
Okay.
And then
For how long?
a couple weeks, 5-6 weeks.
Because one of my concerns is that your first drink was at 7 o'clock.
This is my first drink in a couple weeks, in 3 days.
Okay, your first drink was at 7 o'clock, and then your second drink was at 7:30. And you seem significantly more intoxicated than a beer and a shot tells me. So have you had more alcohol to drink today?
No, I earlier.
Okay.
I had a drink at 3.
Okay.
But I ended at about 4.
Okay.
And then I ended until about 7 when I left.
Okay.
As the questioning continues, she grows increasingly emotional, overwhelmed by the reality of the situation she's now facing.
What did you drink at 3?
Shots of Fireball.
How many?
What time?
At 3. Yeah.
About 4, 2 or 3. guys my daughter for a second?
We'll get all that taken care of.
You're just crying for me.
Yeah, I mean it's a pretty scary situation, as you can probably
I know,
imagine.
I'm sorry. It's my fault.
Um,
I know, I need help.
so you had 2 to 3 shots of fireball at 3 o'clock. Did you have anything else during that time?
No, and I had a cruise bank right before I left at 7 or 6:30.
Okay. Have you had anything to drink since stopping your vehicle?
No.
No, you haven't had any other alcohol
No.
since your vehicle stopped?
No, I stopped.
Okay. Would you be willing to perform some voluntary field sobriety tests? Alright.
Do I have to keep my slippers on?
Did you need to talk to her about
Can I get my
something?
slippers off, or do I have to keep them on?
No, you can take them off if
Okay.
you want.
So I just want to confirm, like, your car, you hit the house, and then
I know, the car was coming on to me and I swerved. I have admitted I haven't done anything. I just wanted a sobriety test and just say hi to my daughter because she was crying.
you want me to do the test.
Not unless you're hankering for it. No.
I just want to hold my daughter for just a second.
Okay, hold on. Let's
I know,
finish
I
this.
wanted to swear.
You got
I
it,
know,
good. She's with your sister
I
right
know I'm
now.
in trouble. I know. And I want to call my husband and just hold my daughter.
You want to hop on the sidewalk so we're in a safe space? You need to talk to her about
Do you
something?
need anything else from us or for your lady or
I just want to
anything?
hold my baby. I just want to hold
Oh, I
her.
know. All right, we're gonna get out of here then, okay?
Yeah. She's okay?
She seems to be okay.
Yep, she's safe with your sister.
Yeah, everything
I'm
seems to be.
so sorry, guys.
Yeah.
To gauge her level of impairment, officers administer a series of field sobriety tests.
I know.
Well, have you had any other medications,
No, I don't take any
prescription or
medications. I don't
otherwise?
do any. I don't take any medications.
Okay.
I'm just drinking.
Do you have any physical conditions that would keep you from falling tip of my pin with your eyes?
Nope.
Walking a straight line?
Nope.
Or balancing on one foot?
Nope.
Okay. So through the duration of these tests, I'm going to be evaluating you, not only how well you perform the test, but also how well you follow my instructions. Okay? I'm going to give you instructions before we start each test, and I do not want you to start the test until I tell you to start. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. Can you stand with your heels and toes together? Okay, let's go a little bit more into the middle of the concrete. Yeah, it's a little bit more flat. Heels and toes together, arms directly at your side. And I want you to follow the tip of my pin with your eyes and your eyes only,
Yep.
and do not move your head. Do you understand?
Yes.
So right here. Right where I'm clicking.
Yep.
You see this?
Yep.
Right there.
Yes.
Right where I'm clicking. Okay? So what's the color of the top?
Black.
Okay. Get a couple blinks in.
Unsurprisingly, she struggles with coordination, displaying clear signs of intoxication. Despite being given multiple chances, she fails to perform the test successfully.
Let's get a couple more blinks in. We gotta stay with our heels and toes together. So I'm gonna restart. So your eyes only and just keep your head still.
I'm sorry.
We're going to go up with this one. Again, keep your head still. And do one more time. Alright, let's get a couple blinks on. We're just going to do one more with the eyes, okay? Heels and toes together, arms directly at your side. Okay, follow the tip of my pen, okay? Can you follow it? Try one more time.
After completing the eye test, she moves on to the walk and balance tests. The officer carefully demonstrates each step, ensuring she understands the instructions before beginning.
Let's have you take a few steps back so we can get a nice flat surface to walk on. Let's take a few more. Alright, you can face me. Alright.
On the edge or...
So let's just stay in the middle. It seems probably the safest spot. So this next test is called the walk and turn. Okay? Again, I'm going to place you into the starting position.
Okay.
And I do not want you to start the test until I tell you. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. Once you get into the starting position, I want you to hold that position. Okay? Alright, so what I want you to do is imagine a straight line directly out in front of you.
Okay.
I want you to stay on that line with your left foot and your right foot directly in front in a heel to toe fashion, arms directly at your side. You get into that position now. Alright, when instructed to begin, you're going to take a series of 9 heel to toe steps down the line you've imagined. On your 9th step, you're going to leave your lead foot on the ground and you're going to perform a series of small steps around your lead planted foot. Return back to the line you've imagined and perform 9 more heel to toe steps back.
Okay.
Once you start, I want your eyes on your feet as you walk, your arms directly at your side. I want you to count your steps out loud, and I do not want you to stop the test until you have completed it. Do you understand?
Yes.
I will now demonstrate. Okay? 1, 2, 3. For the purposes of demonstration, I'm performing 3. You will be performing 9.
Yes.
Series of small steps.
Will she perform any better this time? Let's find out.
1, 2, 3. Again, for the purposes of demonstration, I'm performing 3. You will be performing 9. Do you understand? You may now begin.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Alright. This next test is called the one-leg stand. Okay, so when I ask you to begin, you're going to lift one foot of your choosing 6 inches off the ground, holding the bottom of your foot approximately 6 inches off the ground. Okay, I want you to keep your legs straight, your arms directly at your side. I want your eyes on your lifted raised foot, and I want you to count out loud 1001, 1002, 1003, and so on until I tell you to stop. Okay? Do you understand the test?
Yes.
You may now begin.
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008, 1009, 1010, 1011, 1012, 1013, 1014, 1015, 1016, 1017, 1018, 1019,
And
1020.
You can put your foot down.
Spoiler alert, things aren't looking great for her. And now it's time for the breath test.
Can you give me a PBT? This next test is the preliminary breath test. It does not replace the evidentiary breath test that we may take at a later time. Are you willing to take this test? Alright, have you ever done one of these before? Yeah. Okay, so big breath in, and just keep blowing until you hear the click. See the 3 zeros?
Yep.
Big breath in, blow. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. .253.
Just go. Can I call my husband?
So we'll call him once we get to the station, okay?
My sister. You got the kids?
Yeah, can you hold that?
Once at the police station, she takes another breathalyzer test. The results show a .84 BAC, which is more than twice the legal limit. She's officially charged with driving under the influence, DUI, and child endangerment for having her baby in the car while intoxicated. Number 3. Woman leaves baby alone, then drives straight into trouble. While visiting a car dealership, a woman named Crystal Spencer places her baby flat on the counter, no car seat, no support, then walks away to chat with others, showing little regard for the child's safety. This catches the attention of the employees who are alarmed by her behavior and decide to report it.
Hey, how you doing?
All right. Yeah, this lady, she comes here quite a bit.
Do we know her name?
It's Crystal Spencer.
Crystal, okay.
I have a cousin that works for CPS. I already called them.
Okay,
because
good.
she just left the baby right there.
Okay.
She left it on the counter first, just on its back, and walks away talking to people. And so we were already...
Not even in the car seat?
Not even in the car seat, just on its back, right there against our window up right there. Okay. And then, so she's been raising how coming in, knocking papers off people's desk, and we told her, well, what are you here for? And she really just jumble stuff. Yeah, so she hauls ass through here, comes back here, and I can show you the car she hit.
Okay. Yeah. And where's the baby at?
So the baby is right there, right in that, where your cruiser's at. Okay. Right in that parking spot right there. She has the baby just sitting there right there in the middle.
First parking spot?
Yeah, the first parking spot.
She drives through here.
And then just haul that. So, luckily she didn't run the baby over. And then she hauled ass around this way. I think, no, it doesn't look like she hit that. But she came at an angle and she hit this.
Okay.
This part was not like this.
Okay.
Like this at all. So, she knocked that off. She knocked some of this and some of this, because this wasn't like that, because she knocked this off. Okay. So, this right here, I'd have to get the pictures, because I took pictures of this car when it came in, and see if this was like that, or if this wasn't like that. She knocked this off.
Okay.
So she
struck it.
Yeah, and then she hauled back this way, like in reverse, probably doing about a good 50 right here, and then goes that way, parks over there, drives back this way, parks right here, and closes our gates.
Okay.
And then, leaves, so then we open the gates back up, and then she comes in and parks right here and grabs the baby, and that's when I took all the photos.
Did she say anything at that time?
She got her glasses and threw them on the yellow car, and they're like, ma'am, get your glasses off the car and get out of here.
Okay.
And she's like, oh, you can keep my glasses. I'm like, we don't want your glasses.
She leaves the baby in a parking spot near a police cruiser, completely unattended. Fortunately, no one drives over the child, but it's clear how dangerous the situation is.
And then she grabs the baby, and then goes and puts the baby in the truck, and goes back in and grabs her glasses, and that's when I was like, smile for the camera, and she's like waving at me.
How long was it that she was gone for when she came back for the baby?
After I picked up the baby and took it inside, probably anywhere between 5 and 10 minutes.
Okay, and then how long?
Because she came, after she booked it, she parked right here, closed our gates, and then left. So we opened up the gates back up, and then she drove back in.
Okay.
And so that was probably from when she left and came back, probably about a good I would say 3-4 minutes,
Okay.
maybe 5 minutes. She probably could have just went down that way and did a U-turn and came back.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
And then parked right there where she had left the baby, and then came in and
And it was just her and the baby.
it was
Nobody
just
else
her
in
and
the
the baby.
vehicle?
No, just her and the baby.
The baby's literally parked next to the...
Yeah, right by the wheel. That's why I'm surprised. Like, luckily the baby didn't get ran over.
I'm gonna let it go. Now you're good. Ready.
Moments later, police confront her and arrive at her doorstep.
And he had a missed call from me. Did he tell you?
No.
He did. Okay, I have a call log.
So the reason why we got involved in the first place is because of the incident that happened at the site.
Yes, I know. And he needs to come in person today. If he's off,
Who's he?
the wife, his manager.
So we actually have a worker coming out right now.
I have Oscar, okay?
Okay.
He's in my phone. I called him and he didn't respond. So I want to see CYFD head leader. His name is Oscar.
Okay.
I have his business card.
Okay.
And whoever else is going to come as secretary from CYFD, I don't want to talk to her.
Well, you don't have to talk to her, okay? What's going to end up happening, stemming from the investigation that we've conducted, we are
And if they want to come, CYFD,
uh-huh.
they can come back to the back door. Then they can sit in the table, like me in Australia.
This is what's going to happen, I think. We are going to place you under arrest for the incident that happened, okay?
I need the police report. And no, he can't. The officers, excuse me. I need CYFD to go to the back door.
Let me have the baby, Crystal. Okay.
How many long?
Put your hand behind your back.
It's Monday, okay? I need to get it fixed. I need to go out of the door.
These ones you want to keep it?
Yes.
What about these? So I can pick these up? No. No, you want these to go with you? Yes. I'll hold on to them and I'll put them in your pocket, okay?
All of these are okay. All of these are in my pocket.
And they'll go with me.
They decide to take action, and she's placed under arrest. Even during this moment, she talks about personal matters and insists she hasn't done anything seriously wrong.
Yes, ma'am.
In a safe person.
Crystal, I would not leave somebody I didn't feel safe with. Two very nice ladies.
And my phone is already notifying me if I had an arrest. Hey Siri.
They're safer here.
No.
Does it come up or you just can't take it
No.
off?
I can't take it off here now.
Cut it off.
I can't take it off.
Sure you don't want to put some soap or something on it and try and
No.
slip?
I haven't seen him, and I haven't seen my two daughters that were gonna walk in. That little detective that was scared of the smoke when you walked out because we were boiling water and whatever.
Crystal,
I have two witnesses.
I promise you I am going to take care of your daughters.
Mom is transitioning. I saw the doctor this morning, okay?
Yeah.
He's transitioning from breast milk to bottle fed, and I can't be arrested for too long. And Oscar has to come and see me in the police department. The CYFD case manager president that came today. I missed you.
Crystal, can I take off this necklace?
Oh, he's looking at all my jewelry. No.
No, we just want it to be safe too. Yeah. I got to take an inventory of it. Okay? I would like to leave it here because this is where it's the safest.
No.
It can
I'm
go-
already cuffed. This is ridiculous.
I'm taking it back in my unit, okay? Need to lock the back door too. Okay.
She's eventually taken into custody while officers make sure to take an inventory of her belongings.
never ever in my entire life scratch a cop car ever.
Are you wearing socks?
Is it not? No. And bye. Are you wearing socks?
7 log down a few 50. Josh.
What's that?
Thanks for getting the baby.
Oh, I've been there before. Been there before. Go 81. Don't need you here. So.
Given her behavior, do you think the employees made the right decision by handing the baby back? Or should they have waited for the police to arrive? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Number 2. Mother faces arrest for abandoning disabled child at neighbor's home. Police respond to a call about 3 children being abandoned on someone's doorstep. When officers arrive, they find the kids sitting outside with their bags, and the person who left them is nowhere in sight. Here's what happens next.
So, what is the circumstances with her dropping off the kiddos here?
So I haven't spoke with Zaya since, May?
Okay.
She's dropped the kids off at their dad's job. He took them back to her. They did a wellness check. She chased him in traffic. I saw this on video chat. She chased him in traffic with the kid. I don't know if the kids were in the car. Yeah, chased him in traffic, went and got the kids, and I'm asleep. He said somebody's banging at your door.
Yeah, I was sitting in the room. She was literally falling asleep, and I heard like a consistent knocking.
Like, it
and I was
didn't
like,
stop.
okay. And I was like, somebody's knocking at the door. So we both got up, and she went to the window right here and was like, she seen who it was and was like, you're not supposed to be here.
And she's like backing away. Tell your brother to come get the kids. Takes off running and backs out the entire. She didn't drive at all. She backed out the entire parking lot and then sped off.
She never went in here?
Never came in, no.
Where were the kids at?
Sitting on my front porch.
Right in front of the door. As soon as we opened the door,
They have bags and all 3 of them in car seats. I called the mom and she said she got to get up at work. She got to.
Okay, we're just going to be so real.
Yeah, her auntie's on the phone. Their auntie's on the phone. Their blood auntie's on the phone. But I did call the mom and she's like, stop calling me with this. If you called the police, good job. I got to get up at work. Got to get up at 4:30 to go to work.
So let me get this straight. So, because I and the kids haven't been here in like a year. However, they have stayed here in the past. My main concern is just I think the kids are safe, right? Like, obviously, you probably don't want them to be here.
It's not that I don't want them. I have to look out for myself.
No, I hear you. Did she say anything else about what her plan was?
No. She said, she literally said, call your brother, and took off running. That's literally it.
Right.
The children's aunt speaks with the officers, assuring them that she'll take custody of the kids.
Okay, officer.
Yeah.
I want to say this now.
Can you guys go?
And I do not get along.
At all.
If she knows her kids are at my house, she may come on some ignorant BS.
I believe they're going to come here on ignorant.
I'm coming to get them.
I'm on probation. I don't got to.
I'm coming to get them. Those are my niece and nephew. Those are my brother's kids. I'm their blood auntie.
Okay.
I'm coming to get them kids. Because Samantha, she's not trying to go to jail behind them children.
Sure.
She's not supposed to have any contact with Keziah. I will come and get them.
What's your ETA, do you think, to get here?
I am exactly 28 minutes away from Samantha, so 28 minutes or less.
They're okay until she gets here. I just wanted to cover my own.
Okay,
I don't
perfect. Thank you.
Perfect. You know what happened? We were at Mariposa for a welfare check earlier. Christ. No, the
The
mom.
dad dropped them off at the grandma's house. She went and got the kids from her.
Let's remember, Dad was at
I was on the phone the whole time.
Okay. So here's the plan, okay? So we're gonna call Grandma real quick to find out more information about the kids. I know Auntie's coming to come get them. Ultimately, like that's what we care about, the kids' safety. We're gonna write a thing up about this, and then we're gonna forward it to CPS, okay?
Okay, I think a CPS call has already been made.
Okay. Well, there's gonna be another one because it's leaving the kids out here and running away is not cool. Thank God you guys allowed them to, get some.
I wasn't gonna leave them outside.
So I have 2 windows right here. I could see her out of this window, and I opened it, and I'm like, I wear glasses. I'm squinting, and I hear her say, "Call your brother." I look down, and I can see the kids in the bags. And I'm like,
Meanwhile, they contact the grandmother to update her on the situation.
Hello, this is Officer Boyle with the Federal Way Police Department. So we're here with your grandbabies, and we're trying to get this all situation sorted out. Situation is the kids were left at their auntie's house, correct? The youngest one, the one that's sleeping, the one that has the cleft lip, and they had the baby. She has a feeding tube, correct? So our concern right now is that she needs to be fed. When do you know when the last time that she was fed?
I don't think we need to get CPS to like take kids right now because auntie's coming to get them. But it's just the mom is like tripping out. Like you can't be doing that. I tried to call her like several times, and she's allegedly on her way to Oregon. She had. That's what she said earlier when we went to Mariposa.
I don't mean to interrupt you. I want to make sure that the little baby is medically okay. And then how often does she need to be fed during via the feeding tube?
Fed on the feeding tube every 3 hours.
When's the last time you ate?
1:45. So going right up on it.
Why are you not grabbing the mother's information?
Oh, my partners are grabbing all that. So this is my portion of the investigation.
What are you investigating, sir? That the children was dropped off with their auntie?
It sounds like your daughter dropped the kids off over here and then took off. So he was supposed to have the kids, then he dropped them off. Your daughter came, picked them up, and then dropped them off over here. Well, so she's not here taking care of her kids right now. So that is our number one concern. And so you're not able to come pick up the grandbabies, but you're able to go to work. So if you're not going to give me your information, I'll let you get ready for work. And then if another unknown number calls, just know that's the Federal Way Police Department trying to get a hold of you. Okay?
Their biggest concern is the youngest child, who requires regular tube feedings. Paramedics are called to assess the baby's condition while officers continue efforts to locate the mother.
We don't know Grandma's name. We don't know.
She's not giving up any information?
No, ma'am. So we have fire coming out to check on little one.
Okay.
To make sure that
yes,
baby is okay for the feeding tube.
Okay.
So that's our number one priority, is making sure the kids are okay, health-wise and everything like that.
Okay.
Where are the other two kids? Do they need medical attention or anything like that? They're okay? Okay. Desire Officer Boyle with the Federal Way Police Department. Just to let you know, I have my body camera on. What's going on tonight? Are you able to come pick the kids up? Perfect. We need you to come pick the kids up at the auntie's house, okay? Okay, perfect. Well, you'll see multiple police officer cars just pull up, and we will talk to you outside, and then we'll get the kids in your possession, okay? Okay, so Grandma refused to give me her name or anything like that, but she was willing to talk on the phone with me. She was able to get a hold of Mom, is at home, and she said that she's willing to come pick the kids up. So I told her to come pick the kids up as soon as possible, and she said she's about 5-10 minutes out.
Okay, we're gonna talk to her.
Yeah, 100%. I didn't give her any information over the phone. I just wanted to get her on location.
Perfect.
So
I don't know if I'm comfortable with that now. No, after what she did.
No, Grandma's not coming. She is, but we're going to place her under arrest for child abandonment. So she will not be coming inside. Myself and another officer are going to wait out there for her. Officer Palmer is going to finish the recorded statement with you, okay?
Moments later, the father arrives at the scene.
309, the father just arrived on scene.
Why did she drop these folks off here?
What's the deal? What's going on? What's up? What did she say to you? What'd she do?
She didn't say anything. I got a call from Tomasa saying that my kids are here.
Yeah.
And I left the kids at their grandma's. But she's not even our relative.
Right.
And like she said, they have a case. Why she brought them here, I have no idea.
Got it.
We just had a conversation.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, me and you.
We just had a conversation.
Absolutely.
I was waiting for her to get to the house.
Okay.
I was at work. She comes to my job.
Okay.
Drops the kids off and walks out. I have bags, car seat outside of my vehicle.
So she just dropped off the kids.
Just dropped off the kids, walked out the door.
Are you guys separated?
Yes. So I go to her house.
Okay. Yeah.
I have a key to her house.
Right. And then that's where you saw us, right?
Yes.
Perfect.
I'm at the house.
Okay.
I'm like, yo, you need to come get the kids.
Yeah.
Blase. I don't know if she was coming, whatnot. I went to her mom's house, their grandma's house. I left the kids there.
What did grandma say?
The grandma, I didn't talk to the grandma. She was there with the kids.
Okay. So I'm just trying to figure out how it got to this situation.
I have no,
okay, no worries. If I do see her mom though, she's gonna be placed under arrest, okay? For abandonment. Do you know where she could be right now?
Initially, attempts to reach the mother go unanswered, but when she finally picks up, she has plenty to say.
Hello, this is Officer Vestries. This is Josiah. Hey, real quick, just to let you know, you're on speaker and my body cam is recording our conversation. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, that's fine. I don't even care.
You don't care? Okay. Can you tell me, like, what happened? Like, what's the deal? Like, what?
Their dad is supposed to have them, and I'm really at the point where, like, I just don't understand why everyone wants to force me to be a parent and not call their dad. They're supposed to have them.
Okay. So dad was at work, correct?
Yes, Dad was at work. Dad said he didn't get off until 11. I dropped the kids off right before he got off of work. That's what pissed him off. Instead of waiting until he got off at 11,
Okay.
I dropped them off early.
So can you tell me about, like, why you dropped off the kids here at Glen Park Apartments?
Because that's where he said he was going.
Who was going?
So I dropped him off, and I told her to call her brother.
Okay, but, like, can you tell me the circumstances around that? Because, like, I was told here that you just left the kids on the front porch and then you took off.
I did, because he said that's where he was going to be. So when she said that he wasn't there, I said, you're lying, because he said he was here.
Okay,
and so I left. Because like I said, that's what he said he was going to be. I left my kids back out with where his dad said they were going to be. That's their auntie. So either way, that's your family member. So take the and call your brother to come pick up his kids if he's not here then. No, I'm not about to keep playing these big childish games.
Okay, yeah, but here's the thing, though. Like, your kids, you can't just abandon your kids outside and knock on the door and then run away. Especially the 10-month-old who,
I
like,
didn't
needs
run
to...
away. She was at the door. The door was open. I didn't just leave them.
Right.
I was talking to her. We had a whole conversation.
Okay, hang on. So, here's the thing, right? Like, you have custody of the children, correct?
No, we split the custody. We have 50-50.
Sure, but are you going to work or something? Like, what's...
She insists she did nothing wrong, claiming the father was supposed to pick up the kids.
I have a job.
Where?
I deserve a break. He hasn't even got them. None of the days are his.
Okay, hang on.
So I dropped them off on the days that were his.
Okay, but when they called you, they advised me that you were at home after you dropped off the kids.
Yes, I went back home. I start work at 7. They've been there since 3 o'clock. They've been there way longer than that.
Okay.
I didn't drop them off at no 3:50. Them kids been there for 2 hours before you guys even called my mom.
Okay, and what's your ETA here?
That's 5 minutes. I got gas. Car's gonna cut off. Has anyone tried to call their dad to come get them?
Yeah, we'll facilitate that. We'll try and get that working, but we gotta... This is, like, pretty serious, right? I mean, like, can't just, like, drop off your kids at, like, people's houses.
Yeah, honestly, like, someone needs to call their dad. Like, honestly, I don't, like, man, I'm just so mad. Like, this is ridiculous to me. Like, I can't even get a break. I can't even get my days that we had.
All right, well, just to let you know, the fire department is here, and they're working on feeding your 10-month-old because the feeding tube isn't working. And so, like, that's like a whole other issue here that we're trying to make sure that these kids are taken care of.
Is the clamp unclamped?
So we're like I said, we're trying to make sure these kids are taken care of, right? That's like the whole issue here. Like, nobody knows about the whole, like, feeding thing. Like, this is why it's very, like, alarming that, like, you would just leave your kids here and leave. So anyways, I'll talk to you more when you get here, and then we'll go from there.
So they're in there Dad's trying to get the pump primed and all that stuff.
Shortly after, the mother makes a dramatic entrance.
She's got like a feeding tube thing going on.
Yeah, is the clamp unclamped?
It's not working. Okay, hang on. Put your hands behind your back. Okay. Yeah.
Why are both of y'all around?
You're under arrest for abandonment.
I'm under arrest for abandonment?
Yep.
Yeah.
Who did I abandon?
All of your
All
children.
3 children.
I left them with their dad.
No, you didn't.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
I left them with their family members and I'm going to jail for abandonment?
Yep, you're going to go.
Whoa, hold the no,
So,
hold on. I need to call my mom first.
so-
Day shift is taking who? Their dad's here and you're telling me he can't do the clamp problem?
Also, you're suspended or revoked 3rd degree, so you're also arrested for...
Suspended in the 3rd degree?
Yeah, you're unable to drive. So
What the what about
you
my
want to go
car?
left or right? Towards that.
So who's gonna park my car?
Let's do what's it called real quick.
Whoa, what the okay.
Spread your feet.
That's fine.
All right, since
It's
you got
cool,
girls.
'cause my mom will be on me all tomorrow. I'm not. This is crazy.
You're gonna be in jail until Monday. It's the weekend.
What do you mean Monday?
Yeah. It's the weekend.
you anything on
There's
you?
no court tomorrow.
Tomorrow's Friday.
Yes.
It's today is Friday.
I have work. So that's why you guys had me come here.
Well, Dad's here, and the baby is in dire need to go to the hospital right now.
What do you mean that I just fed her? What are you talking about? There is no dying need of nothing.
Well, that's what the fire department said. All good? Nothing
No, you're lying. I have her feeding things right on my schedule. You guys are lying. No, you guys are not about to sit here and make it seem like I didn't feed my child.
All right, so Dad, why don't you hang back with me for a second? We got Mom in custody, all right? We don't need any interaction between you two, all right? It's already been a stressful night for you guys. Let's try to limit all that, all right?
Yo!
My mom will bail me out like your mom.
Up in the car. Put your feet in there.
Yeah, it's okay. And I will get my kids back.
Put your feet in the car, please.
As officers take her into custody, she turns aggressive, making a move that only adds more charges to her record.
Yeah.
Limit all this, all right? I appreciate it. I know. I appreciate you guys.
In front of the police.
I appreciate.
I will beat your ass. Shut up.
Get in the car, please.
You were doing my handshake.
Whoa! Do it! Did you just kick an officer?
I sure did.
Okay, well now it's a felony.
That's fine with me.
Sick. Okay.
You're being hella aggressive to me for no reason. You're gonna push me in the car like that. I don't care.
You good?
Yep. She's
You good?
fine. Yep. I didn't hit her that hard. I pushed her off of me.
Okay.
Like I said, she was being aggressive towards me.
Nope, trying to get you in the car. You can't be kicking officers.
I was getting in the car. She had my cuffs. You guys are being ridiculous.
No, we have body cam.
Am I supposed to get in? Yes, and you can see she had my cuffs. Like I said, how am I going to get in the car? You have my
Well,
cuffs.
you can't be kicking cops like that.
That's fine. She has no reason to be aggressive towards me. I've not been mean or aggressive towards nobody. So be towards it to me, get along. You have no reason, like I said, to be aggressive towards me.
I just kept the family inside because things were getting heated. They were kind of amping each other up. So.
You have the right to remain silent. Come pick up my car. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you can. My mom.
Hang on. Can she let her read her?
I want to ask a question first.
Your car's getting towed.
To you guys for 2 minutes.
Your car's getting towed.
To where?
It's been impounded.
I don't know.
Why is it impounded?
Because you're suspended.
I can have somebody come pick up
You're
my
suspended
car.
third, so you're not able to drive, and you drove here, so now it's getting towed.
Do you understand your rights? Are you willing to talk to us? Yes or no?
No, I want to talk about my kids.
Okay. But do you know your rights,
You guys
though?
called me here to pick up my kids.
Ask her questions. Whatever she blurts out is whatever. Step up for her.
I didn't drop them off by themselves. Like, come on, man. I don't understand if I really neglected these kids. I dropped him off. And they sat here alive and said he wasn't in.
Even at the station, she refuses to take accountability, insisting she did nothing wrong.
I'm fighting a whole child neglect charge because you would have lied and say I wasn't here. You weren't there.
You're under arrest for abandonment, 3rd degree, and assault for a police officer.
Assault 3 on a police officer.
Yep, it's a felony, and
Neglect.
you'll be going to the King County Jail.
Okay.
Okay, you can start now going over your side of the story, what exactly happened.
Well, from the beginning, me and Maurice have 4 days on, 4 days off. I have them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I drop them off. Thursday at daycare, and Maurice is supposed to pick them up Thursday afternoon. These last few weeks, he hasn't been picking them up. So I told him today I was dropping them off, like it wasn't a conversation. So he was like, well, I don't get off until 11. So I was like, perfect. So I packed up all my kids' clothes for 5 days with extra outfits. For him, food, I did everything like I normally do, and I dropped them off at his job. But the only difference this time is I dropped him off early. So he gets mad. And he was like, well, you need to come back to the house to pick up your kids. I said, I'm not coming to pick them up. So we get into a verbal exchange, argument. He said that he was leaving the kids there at the house. So I called the police and asked them to go check my house to see if they were there with my kids. At first, the officer couldn't get up there. They called me back. They asked me if I can come to the house and get to the kids. I said, well, I'm on the freeway to Portland. And I really was. I was leaving Seattle. And I said, well, it's going to take me time to get back. So I stopped the car because I was in Lakewood. I stopped. And I waited and I waited. I just smoked me a blunt. That's how long I waited. The officer calls me back and was like, well, we can't get inside your apartment. Do you have a family member you can call? I said, no, I don't have nobody who can get to my apartment.
She then shares her side of the story, explaining why she left her kids at a neighbor's house.
My kids' ages. He goes back, he knocks on the door, and Maurice is there with the kids. He has the kids. So I go back on the freeway, and I start headed back to Portland. So when I'm on my way back, my mom starts blowing up my phone. She was like, your kids are at my front door. I said, what do you mean my kids are at your front door? She said, Maurice left these kids here with nothing but a jacket on. And I said, are you serious? And she was like, yes. So I have to turn all the way back around, and my kids are outside. So I said, dude, you're playing. I'm gonna drop these kids off at your godmom's house. Like, these are your dates. I go to his godmom's house, no one answers the door. So then I go on Snapchat and Facebook, he's over at Tomas's house. So I go over there and I drop the kids off at Tomas's house. Yes, I unpacked them out of the car, I put them in front of the door, and I knocked at the door and I stood there. First thing Tomasa does, she comes down the stairs, that window that is right there, she opens it. She was like, Keziah, you can't leave your kids here. I said, I know your brother's here, because Maurice parked. Okay, let me go back. There's two ways to get to her house. There's the back way you can go when you go around the roundabout. That's the way that I came. I came around the roundabout from the back, and Maurice's car was parked on the side of the street. So I said, you need to tell your brother to come downstairs and grab his kids. So she was like, you need to come grab your kids. I said, your brother's up there. So then she comes downstairs, she opens up the front door, and she's like, you need to grab your kid. And so I was like, no, I'm not grabbing. So the first thing she does, she grabs Kiara. So then when she grabs Kiara, I hop in my car and I drive off. Mind you, actually I didn't drive off. I was actually still in the apartment building. I never left.
But does her reasoning justify abandoning them? What do you think?
The other officers pulled up and everybody was calling me. I was watching everything. And then, how I know, Maurice comes outside and goes around the gate. I'm literally watching all of it. And then now everyone's calling me, saying that I need to come get Kiara. She's having medical problems. But when I dropped Kiara off, and her medical thing tells you, she was eating. It has the timestamps and everything on her last feed. When I dropped her off, she was eating. So they're saying that I didn't feed her and it was child neglect. No. And I dropped them off with clothes, shoes, and everything. And I made sure she grabbed them before I pulled up. I watched this.
In the end, the mother faces charges of child abandonment and assaulting a police officer. The children are placed in the father's custody, while child services step in to evaluate the situation further. Number 1. Mom of 9 gets a late-night wake-up call after toddler found in the cold. Police respond to a call at a 7-Eleven where a young child is found wandering alone in the middle of the night. It's 2 a.m. and the temperatures are freezing. The child tells officers that his mother forgot him in the car hours ago.
Do you know where he lives?
No. He's gonna show me, but he said he wants to warm up first.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Well, I would say I would.
2 o'clock. How his mother has left him?
What if he's allergic to something here?
Oh.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
That's good. Yeah.
You're not allergic to nothing.
You sure?
Yeah, are you sure, buddy? Because a lot of people are allergic. Is that fine? Oh, okay. I'll come back and get more of
The black car. Have to teach his mother.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Right up here, okay, bud? My car's right over here, okay?
Do SROs have contact or access to their stuff at home? I wonder. I'm not sure. I may have to use you since you got a car with a soft seat.
We need a car seat.
You know,
Do SROs have access to their stuff at home?
they do. What school you go to, Bubba?
So Lincoln will be the south side.
Alright, let me close the door. I'll turn the heat on for you, okay? The only problem I have with putting him in the backseat of your squad is I want him up front to show me where he lives.
Officers try to locate his home by driving around the area with him. He struggles to remember the exact location but gives clues about his surroundings.
But I don't want to have him up front. We'll figure this out.
What's he saying?
He woke up in his mom's car. You guys said he came from that way. Can you head that way and see if there's a car door that's open? He woke up in mom's car and he was alone. The car was turned off.
Maybe your mom's name, Sound X something?
Oh, I got it.
Okay.
I'll be right behind you.
You say you go to Lincoln? Okay.
You know what? Let me go ahead and I'll ride with you. Yeah, that's right. Right, buddy. I think we're gonna go to zone 1.
Zone 1?
Yeah, we're just gonna go across the street. Are we gonna go this way, bud? Okay. All right, buddy. We're gonna need your help. You gotta look out the windows and tell us which way to go, okay? You live over here in these apartment buildings here?
No. You go in there.
Okay.
Okay.
You're walking. Oh, my mom's car's parked. So, and
Let's try to remember where mom's car is at.
it's at that thing with the fire sign on it.
It's over there by the store with the fire sign on it.
Do you know what color mom's car is?
Silver.
Silver? Okay.
He says it's a truck. That's what he knows it as.
Okay.
How about this one here? This one's not mom's, is it?
It is.
This one's mom's?
After searching multiple apartment complexes, he finally recognizes a silver car parked outside a building.
That's mom's car?
No, it was locked. At least front door was. This doesn't look familiar.
My apartment is across the street.
In that building right behind us?
Here, I'll tell you what. Pull up the screen.
Apartment is across the street.
Okay. Ah, there we go. Hi.
Hi.
He's saying this doesn't look familiar. He said it's across the street.
Over there?
Yes.
The plate came back here though?
The plate. She's in house and she comes back here.
No. What apartment?
Yeah, you said your door number is 104. But it's not here.
We got a call through at 104 on the 28th of January.
There's a different one
On Spiros?
there.
That says 858.
Yeah.
So let's go to 858. I'll walk over there. Alright, Dan. I'll be right back. Okay, bud?
Officers run the plates and confirm the car is registered to his mother. but the child insists the area doesn't look familiar.
What's up, buddy?
Hero, like the lock.
You want which window? This one? Oh, are you cold?
Thank you.
Yep, no problem, buddy.
Oh. Hey, long time no see. Sorry. We got a little kid here, and we're looking for his mom, and she used to live in 102. That's why I was knocking. Where's he live at?
Across the street.
Okay, we're going over there. We're trying to make contact with mom. Last house was right there, so that's why I was knocking. So, yeah, he's like 6 years old. I don't know. That's what we're gonna find out.
Is the building to your left? Is that where mom stays?
No.
No. So is the building to your right where mom stays? Is that your home?
No.
No. Okay.
Oh, she lives over there, but just in that apartment.
She lives in that apartment over there.
Uh-huh.
In the big building to our left.
Mhm.
Okay. Then you think your door number is 104? Okay.
Actually, you just found my apartment.
I just found your apartment.
They begin speaking with neighbors, hoping to track down where she lives.
What's that?
I'm getting someone to call me.
Where's she
Hello,
live?
how you doing?
Good. How's it going?
I don't know where she lives.
You don't know where she lives? Okay.
Last thing I knew was across the street.
Okay, yeah. That's where her registration comes back to. He saw us that they don't live there. He said he lives across the street.
Well, that's what the guy that lives in 102 said.
Yeah.
He's the guy in the wheelchair
Yeah.
that's sitting around here. He said that she lives across the street, so he thought it was this building.
No, he right. He's fine to come here.
I gotta give him to Shay. You guys are trying to call her right now?
Okay.
Do you have a phone number just in case I can't get a hold of her? In case we can't find her right now, I need to have a phone number. Can I get that from you guys?
You know you can get possessed by candy?
Possessed?
Mm-hmm.
How so?
Because if you like it too much and you smell it, you might put your eyes out. They'll eat you.
It's your first time eating this week?
Mm-hmm.
When was the last time you ate?
I ate many times, but not this time.
Okay. Many times, but not this time?
Why would her car be over there? Was it warm?
No.
Almost makes you want to go over to look at the video at 7-Eleven and see how long it was. I don't know if we'd see it.
I don't know that it reaches all the way across.
Maybe Thursdays we would, but
You guys supposed to get that camera up there at that intersection.
As they search for the mother, they continue questioning the boy, trying to gather more details to get him home safely.
Is Troy your brother?
Yeah, he's 17.
He's 17?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wait, how do you know that?
I'm just I can look stuff up on my computer. I found brother in house there at 857-102. When was the last time you saw mommy?
I remember seeing her when I wasn't asleep.
Okay. Do you remember where you were? So you were in the parking lot with the flame on the building. Does that sound right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that's the last time you saw mommy when you were awake?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Moments later, officers arrive at the correct location and find the mother asleep inside her apartment. She wakes up startled and confused as they question her.
What's going on?
Shay?
Yeah. You see, I just woke up.
Damien said in a car that was turned off.
What? What?
You got a son, Damien? Damien?
He was in my car?
Yeah.
What the f?
Who was in your car last?
I was.
When was this?
What? He was just in there? But I could have sworn he was just in here. Call Uncle Froggy. They said they just talked to him in the wheelchair. We told him that he stayed looking for him. Y'all talked to my uncle? Yeah, he told them that he stayed. I thought he was. Let me get my coat.
We're bringing him right over here. He's just across the street.
He at Uncle Froggy's house?
No, he's in our squad right now.
He in your squad car?
Yeah.
Come on.
He's coming in.
We're bringing him to you.
Okay.
What kind of candy you got? Kit Kat? Yeah.
No.
So, when's the last time you were in your car?
I was in my car. What time is it? It's what?
3.
Yeah. Almost 3 in the morning.
2:45.
The last time I was in my car, I came back from Walmart.
Okay.
That was like 10. Yeah, my uncle came over here, everything.
Was he with you?
Yes, we went to a fun night, and then I went to go get something to eat, and then we went to Walmart, and I came back. Where you been at? You was in my car. You fell asleep or something?
Yes.
I could have sworn he came in with the other kids. I pulled everything out the car, pulled one of my kids out the bag.
She insists she thought all her children had gone inside when they got home and claims she would never intentionally leave her son in the car.
Not been in the house. Huh?
You got back here at 10 o'clock?
Yeah, and I pulled up right here and let all my kids out. If he was sleeping in my car, I wouldn't have.
Which car is this?
It's a Dodge Journey.
So the one that is parked across the way?
At the Quick Start. Yeah, that's my car.
So you pulled up, dropped all the kids off here?
Yeah, and then I went and parked my car. Me and my daughter parked the car and we walked up over here. And I went in the back and went to sleep.
Okay. Yeah, he was at 7-Eleven for about 10 minutes before they called us.
7-Eleven?
Yeah, he walked across and he wouldn't. He said he woke up, he was all alone, and he was cold.
This is who was in the car with me.
Okay.
So you can. This is my daughter.
Who was sitting next to him in the car?
I don't know. I got stuff all in my car. They all. It was. I had my 3 little kids in the back, and she was in the front seat.
Okay.
But y'all can ask her because she was just knocked out.
You saw him walk in with you?
Yeah, he was in the car this morning, coming back from the school.
Coming back from the school?
Yeah, because we went to school, festival thing.
Okay. And where'd you go after that?
Here. Where we go before we came here? Oh, no, we went to Walmart.
Okay.
And then we came here.
Do you remember seeing him get out of the car? Huh?
10-4, don't need.
Okay. Well, we're going to have to check the cameras. I believe that there's going to be some surveillance cameras that...
Stop this one, park my car.
Well, yeah, their receipts will reach all the way over there, 7-Eleven. But you don't remember him coming in?
I don't remember seeing him myself come in. I just assumed that all my kids was in that house because I've never not got them all out the car before. So
The officers press her for details about the night's events. Do you think her excuse holds up?
and by me running in and out with the stuff, I just assumed that he got out the car. I didn't know he was still asleep in my car.
Yeah.
And we all was in the house. My uncle even came over here and everything. I had no idea. Everybody, when I asked where the boys were, everybody said they was in the house asleep already. So.
Okay. All right. I don't know what the outcome of this is going to be. There's a potential that you could be charged with endangering the health of a child, meaning that he's been sleeping in the back of a van possibly for the past 5 hours.
In the back seat of my car, my back of my trunk has boxes, these moving boxes in the back of my trunk.
Okay. I get that.
I'm just
saying that's a potential, okay? I do have to notify DCFS of what happened tonight, so they'll probably be in touch with you. Is this a good address for you right now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll be in touch with you, okay?
All right, thank you for bringing my boy to me. I didn't even
No
know
problem.
he was in the house, man.
Yeah, no problem. All right, thanks, Shay.
Officers suspect negligence and decide to review the 7-Eleven surveillance footage to determine how long the child was alone.
Her car is right here.
The car?
Yeah, the car that he came out of. It's parked right here. I'm not going to be able to see it. Do you want me to come back and pay for that Kit Kat? I don't have my...
No,
Are you sure?
I want to pay because he was crying.
Are you sure?
So, yeah, I'm sure. Because
All right.
I want to buy for him because he was crying. So, then you reminded me, oh, don't give anything which is allergic.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Shawnee Gray, do you want to leave all your property with her? You're going to be in and out in like 10 minutes. Completely up to you. I got to search you when you get in here. You really don't need anything. You want to just leave your coat with her then? Again, you're going to be in and out. April 14th, 9 o'clock in the morning over in Sycamore is where you need to go. This is what you were charged with. So that's yours. I need 2 signatures from you. Stating that you are going to comply with the stipulations of bond. Can't leave the state of Illinois without permission of the court. You got to give written notice to the clerk of the court of any change of address within 24 hours of such change, and you can't break any more laws while you're out on bond. If you do that, they could revoke your bond and you can be charged with violation of bail bond. Okay?
After gathering enough information, officers inform the mother that she's being charged with child endangerment.
I don't have any record. I don't have anything prior to traffic. I don't have any cases with DCFS. I've never had a problem. I have 9 kids and I've always had my children. For my son to not get out the car and get under a blanket and me to see other coats in the house is ridiculous. To say that I saw the look on his face, any child in that situation would have had a look of panic in their face. But to say I felt something for their trafficking to charge me and I've never been convicted of anything is redundant to me. It's really stupid because now things are going to get harder. And if you really cared about my kids and how the situation went, why put me a charge when I've never even been in trouble?
Do you want to read what the complaint says?
I don't even care at
clear as
this
day.
point. I have no choice at this point.
Child services are contacted and a report is filed. She's taken into custody while her children are left in the care of family members. A tragic but powerful reminder: being a parent isn't just a title, it's a responsibility. Drop your thoughts in the comments below.